Ladies and gentlemen, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. These words by Nelson Mandela remind me of a man whose bravery reshaped the course of my life and my family's future. Today, I would like to pay tribute to a person of extraordinary courage and influence, my uncle Armando. My uncle is a man defined by his bravery and self-sacrifice, always choosing hope even when the odds were against him. Yet with that same determination, he often had to face harsh and frightening moments that tested his resilience. It is because of his choices and the sacrifices he made long before I ever understood them that my family was able to leave Cuba and begin a meaningful life in the U.S. His courage is the foundation on which my opportunities now stand. Now, let us begin. My uncle's willingness to sacrifice for a better future was genuine. He risked everything not for himself alone, but for the possibility that our family might one day have a chance at something better. When I think about the moment that defines him, I picture a young man in the 1990s watching conditions in Cuba grow worse while hope for a better future faded. Like many others who felt trapped by the political and economic hardships of the time, he made the life-changing decision to leave the island and by joining a group attempting the dangerous journey across the sea. He boarded a raft that was nothing but a fragile vessel and depended heavily on luck and determination. He understood the risk completely. He knew that many people died trying to reach the U.S. And he knew that if anything went wrong, he might never see his family again. Yet he chose to take that chance because he believed that even the smallest possibility of freedom was worth the danger. During the journey, he was intercepted by the United States Coast Guard and taken to Guantanamo Bay. But instead of losing hope, he stayed determined, and he was later processed and granted entry into the U.S. under the wet foot, dry foot policy. His courage brought him to a new beginning, and without that choice, the rest of our story would not exist. So, as we have seen, my uncle was self-sacrificing and courageous in his pursuit of a better life. However, positive traits can still lead a person into moments of hardship, and my uncle's bravery often meant facing difficult and painful consequences along the way. His resilience was tested again years after he settled in the United States when he had to go through a divorce and was left penniless. Yet he refused to allow that setback to define him. After his divorce, my uncle lost nearly everything he had saved through years of hard work. He found himself with no financial stability and had to start again from square one. It was a painful and discouraging moment, the kind that could break a person's spirit. But instead of giving up, he approached this challenge with the same resolve that once pushed him across the ocean. He took on long hours and accepted any work that allowed him to rebuild, and focused on slowly piecing his life back together. Through discipline and perseverance, he regained his footing and proved once again that strength is not shown only in dramatic acts of bravery. It is also shown in the quiet decisions to stand back up when life has knocked you down. His determination during that period strengthened my admiration for him and showed me that resilience can be just as powerful as courage. Today we have looked at someone who has been deeply influential through his courage and his choices, my uncle Armando. We have seen how he was self-sacrificing and brave, and how that same determination helped him push through difficult and challenging experiences, including rebuilding his life after losing almost everything. Because of the path he forged, my life and the lives of my parents were forever changed. His story teaches me that courage is found both in the risks we take and in the strength we show when life forces us to start over. If life truly is the sum of our choices, then my uncle's choices are included in the sum of mine. And I am forever grateful for the life his courage and resilience made possible. Thank you.